Hello everybody, I'm here for day 14 of our journal advent for 2025, and today's prompt is hide. Okay, I'm hiding in my apartment. It's cold and windy outside. Okay, so we're going to do something I've not done before, so we'll see how this works. I've got some Amsterdam acrylic ink in the color quinacridone rose, I believe. All right, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to drop a little bit of it, well, as soon as I get it open. I have not used this in a long time. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I think I had it loosen up anyway. All right, so let's see what we're going to get here. I'm going to put 3 drops of acrylic ink there. And I want to remember not to use my watercolor brushes. All right, so I'm gonna just see what happens if I just apply some water. See if I can get something that looks like a flower. I've seen a number of people do it on YouTube, and it's just not something I've ever tried before. Okay, unlike watercolor, this is not gonna lighten as it dries, but it will be permanent. That's one thing. I may be fussing with it too much. Okay, so that's that part of it. And I'm gonna, I think I'm gonna just try to use a watercolor pencil. And once you dip it in the water, it's dripping, so I want to try to just do that didn't seem to do much. I might have taken too much water off of it. Just kind of sketchy lines. Yeah, well, I don't want it to drip, totally drip. Okay, so let's see if we can get some leaves out of this. They're not any particular kind of flower, just something that I think looks pretty. And I hope you do too. That looks pretty good. So let's see if I can get some a darker color kind of for the center of these flowers. These are Derwent Inktense pencils that I'm using. They are watercolor and vibrant color. Okay, let's see what happens if I define them a little bit. Maybe I'll touch it with the brush. To soften these lines a little bit. I'm going to add a bit of white. Actually, I'm going to splatter. I'll just splatter the white instead. Okay. I got this Dr. P.H. Martin's iridescent calligraphy colors. It's in copper plate gold. I'm not even sure I've ever used this, so let's see if I can open it full. Well, yeah, that was easy. And that one did not have a dropper. This one actually has a dropper, but I'm going to see what happens if I just, well, nothing's happening. Let's see if I could get more on there. Nope. So if I do splatters, I'm going to have to use a brush. I don't think the fan brush is going to fit. And this brush may be too stiff. I need to get a toothbrush to put in here in my studio and make some toothbrush splatters sometime. Okay, so now we're going to put the top on this, and then we're going to dry this. This is, I don't know, I don't think it's waterproof. It is waterproof, light fast, for calligraphy, rubber stamping, airbrush. All right, so it's not going to reactivate. Okay, now the prompt is hide. So I have taken this piece of paper, which has some swatches on it, pink swatches. Pink was sort of a purplish pink, with the word hide. And so we're going to hide this, hide the word hide under the word hide. But I do want to make this smaller. So I'm going to put this out of the way and get my ruler that I think I've shown you before, that I use an X-Acto knife to roughen up the edges of this so it doesn't tear in a straight line. It comes off like, like you tore it instead of cutting it. And I want this the same length, so we're gonna do this. And might want to make it a little, well, that's not gonna work. Turn it around this way and put the smaller end under the ruler and hold it down really tight to get it to hold, and do the same thing on this side. I didn't exactly center that word, so it's going to take a little more off on this side. Okay, so there's my word hide. I'm going to attach it to the page right here. Now it's much wider than this paper, so I don't want that, to be that visible. So let's see what we're gonna do with it. I've got some sprays out here that I used for another video that I created. And I think I'm gonna spray. This is a Distress Spritz, and it's in Twisted Citron, which doesn't have a lot of color. It has glimmer in it. But it's not a bold color or anything. It's kind of subtle, so it might be just the right thing for this. Let me open it up and get a little spritz on this side too. And then I gotta dry it. And it is very wet. And the ink is permanent, so that I wrote the word with. You can see the glimmer. I can see the glimmer. I don't know if you can or not, but I can. And I think it's dry, so let's see how this looks on the paper now. Once I get it folded again. Okay, that's much better. Can you see the shimmer? You'll have to tell me in the comments because I can't hear you. I wish you could. I've never done a live stream or anything, so I don't know how that works. I don't know, but I need to do some research before I attempt that. I watch a lot of videos and live things, streams, but I've never done one. All right, so this is going to go down here, and I need to make sure it's going to stay down. Pardon me for reaching over in front of you. Let's see if I get my bone folder, if that will help it to stay down. And of course, I can't get to it. Here we go. Or maybe it's gonna stay now. Or maybe I've glued it. No, I haven't. All right, that's good enough, I think. So, do I wanna, I don't know, do I wanna put something on that little, on the top of it? Maybe. Of course, I'm gonna have to dry it again, wouldn't you know? I spend half of our time together drying stuff. That's cute. Okay, so let's get this out of the way. Put the pencils out of the way. I was going to round the corners, but I guess since with my Crocodile Memory Keepers corner chomper, but I'm not going to do that now that I've glued it down. All right, so it looks fairly dry, but let me just hit it one time. Okay, before it starts curling up, let me stop that. All right, so I'm going to take, this was the last page on this side. So the rest of it will be done on this side. I guess this was actually the first page of that side. Okay, so I got that out of the way, so there's no distraction, and I put something white behind it so you can see it. So there we are for today, day 14, and the word is hide. Thank you for joining me. Hope to see you again soon or tomorrow.